Officer Ray Dalton had worn the badge for 15 years, but his reputation in the precinct wasn't for bravery or service, it was for looking the other way when cash was offered and bending the rules when it suited him. Most folks in the neighborhood knew better than to cross him. One Friday night, as the neon lights of the city buzzed, Ray pulled over a sleek black sedan. The driver, a young woman with calm eyes and a steady voice, handed him her license without a word. "Speeding," Ray said flatly, though the radar hadn't chirped. "You calling me a liar?" He leaned closer, his grin tight. "This can go two ways. A big ticket, or maybe we work something out right here." The woman's gaze didn't flinch. She reached slowly into her purse, and Ray smirked, expecting cash. Instead, she pulled out her phone and pressed record. Ray's smirk faltered. "You don't know who you're messing with," he growled. Her lips curled into a knowing smile. "Actually, Officer Dalton, I do." He grabbed the license again, glancing at the name. Rachel Whitmore. Something about it made his stomach knot. Then it hit him, Judge Thomas Whitmore. The same man who'd made headlines last month for promising to clean up corruption in the city, starting with the police department. Ray stepped back, suddenly sweating. She drove off, leaving him in the glow of his cruiser's headlights. By the next morning, his face and voice were plastered across the news. The recording had gone viral. At the courthouse the following week, Judge Whitmore sat tall as Dalton was let in, not in uniform, but in cuffs. Rachel sat in the front row, meeting his eyes one last time. This time, Ray didn't smirk. He only lowered his head, realizing he'd finally messed with the wrong woman. The courtroom buzzed with reporters and curious onlookers. Judge Whitmore's gavel struck once, and the noise settled. "Officer Dalton," the judge's voice was steady, though his eyes carried an edge, "you stand accused of abuse of authority, attempted coercion, and obstruction of justice. How do you plead?" Dalton's attorney leaned in, whispering urgently. Dalton's lips twitched, but he finally croaked, "Not guilty." Rachel sat in the front row, her expression calm, a quiet pillar of strength. The prosecution wasted no time. They played the recording Rachel had captured. The entire room heard Dalton's voice, smug and unmistakable, offering to work something out. Gasps rippled through the gallery. Dalton shifted uncomfortably in his chair, sweat darkening his collar. When it was Rachel's turn to testify, she stood tall. "Did Officer Dalton make a formal traffic stop?" the prosecutor asked. "No. He fabricated a reason," she said, her voice clear. "And did he suggest a bribe or inappropriate exchange?" "Yes," Rachel answered, locking eyes with Dalton. "He abused his badge." Dalton's attorney tried to object, to twist her words, but the video was damning. The jury only needed 3 hours of deliberation. When they returned, the foreman rose. "We find the defendant guilty on all counts." Dalton's face drained of color. The gavel struck again. "Officer Dalton," Judge Whitmore declared, "you are hereby sentenced to 8 years in prison, with no possibility of parole before 5. You have disgraced your badge, your department, and this city." As bailiffs escorted Dalton away in cuffs, he glanced once more at Rachel. But she didn't look away. She held his gaze until the doors shut behind him, sealing his fate. Outside, the press swarmed her, but Rachel gave only one statement. "No one is above the law. Not even those who wear the badge." And for the first time in years, the city believed it. If you enjoyed this story, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Thank you for watching.